13 years of Labour government and possibly the worst fiscal management of the economy for quite some time, it seemed like a breeze for the Tories to win the general election in 2010. But they didn't. So what went wrong? People base their decision on who to vote for on a variety of things, and sometimes it's really been just as simple as not the ones we've got now, and for the last 50 years that's been fairly relevant. But we're moving towards a three-party system now, and a lot of people thought this time that the Liberal Democrats could have a good showing. Given a lot of people weren't particularly happy with the two main parties, voting Liberal Democrat was seen as both a protest and a tactical vote at the same time. But it can't just be as simple as that, can it? So what are the things that make people decide which party to vote for? Well, there are a whole variety of things. The economy, our relationship with other countries, in particular the United States, and of course Europe. A lot of people are either very pro or very anti-Europe. Energy costs. Oil alone has been very volatile over the last few years, and of course domestic energy too. Housing, education, the list is endless. I think it's much simpler than that. A lot of people don't even have an opinion, really, unless they've inherited one, which is not an opinion, that's a prejudice. In actual fact, the politicians, and particularly the party leaders, have to become salesmen, and it's this selling that actually decides a lot of people which way to go. So let's have a look at their sales literature. In a selling campaign, success can be simply as easy as just asking. Here's the UKIP leaflet. Busy on one side, but the other side states it clear. Vote UKIP. It couldn't be simpler. The Green Party understand this. Their leaflet is not only green, helping you remember the name of their party, but carries not only Vote Green Party, but a slogan which is relevant to their campaign as well. The Labour Party, as usual, went with their very simple slogan, Vote Labour. The Lib Dems are a little bit more vague on this front. There's no clear slogan that applies to them, and they don't specifically ask you to vote for them. My local takeaway restaurant understands the necessity of stating exactly what you're offering right there on the front of a leaflet. So what did the Tories do? They went with a slogan, Vote for Change. It appears everywhere, you must have seen it. What's interesting about that statement is its context in terms of their name. Let's have a look at the dictionary meaning of the word conservative. Well, the definition is an adjective which means variously disposed to preserve existing conditions, to restore traditional ones, and to limit change. It even mentions of or pertaining to the Conservative Party. So there really is no escaping. Their name means no change. As you can see, it represents not changing. It is the opposite of change. And yet, all their literature carried the word change, which is the opposite of conservative. Now, it seems fairly clear to me that if you wanted change this election, the only realistic way to get that was to try to elect the Liberal Democrats. So in actual fact, it's no wonder that the Lib Dems scored a few extra votes, because the Tories told you to vote for them. Well done, Cameron. You might have been in number 10 without the Liberals had you actually not said vote for them.